Hey there, coin collectors and curious minds. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Today, we've got an incredible story for you. We're talking about the rare and valuable 1982 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's making headlines for being worth a staggering $35 for 44, you might be thinking. How can a single penny be worth so much? Stick around because we'll explore the history, the reasons behind its rarity, and why collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands for it today. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's jump right into the history of this mysterious penny. The story of the 1982 Lincoln penny is one of the most intriguing in U.S. coin history. 1982 was a year of change for the U.S. Mint. Prior to that, pennies had been made from a 95% copper composition, which made them relatively heavy and expensive to produce. But rising copper prices forced the mint to seek cheaper alternatives. So, in 1982, the mint switched the composition of pennies from copper to a zinc core with a copper-plated outer layer. This change reduced the cost of production and made the coins lighter, but it also led to some unusual errors, and one of those errors became the infamous 1982 no mint mark. Lincoln penny. During the transition from copper to zinc, multiple variations of the penny were produced: large date, small date, copper, and zinc all in that same year. But there's one penny that stands out: the Philadelphia minted penny with no mint mark. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is a no mint mark penny? Most U.S. coins feature a mint mark that indicates where the coin was produced. For example, D stands for Denver, S for San Francisco, and so on. However, in 1982, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint were produced without a mint mark. Normally, this wouldn't make the coin particularly rare. After all, millions of pennies were struck in Philadelphia that year. But here's where things get interesting. Among the millions of pennies minted in 1982, a very small number of era coins were produced with unique variations in the metal composition, date size, and missing mint mark. One specific variation of the zinc-based, no mint mark penny has been discovered to be incredibly valuable due to its scarcity and mint error. This rare find has led coin collectors into a frenzy, driving up its market value to jaw-dropping levels. Now, let's talk money. Why is this specific penny worth so much? Well, the high value comes down to a few key factors. 1. Rarity. The no mint mark error, combined with the 1982 transition year, makes this penny extremely rare. There aren't many known examples, and in the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. 2. Condition. Coins are graded based on their condition, and the 1982 no mint mark penny that sold for $35,444 was in mint state 67, MS 67, condition. This means it was nearly perfect, with very few signs of wear or damage. For collectors, condition is a huge factor when determining a coin's value. 3. Demand. As more people learn about this rare era coin, the demand has skyrocketed. The 1982 no mint mark penny has become a holy grail for collectors, making it highly sought after in auctions and private sales. In a recent auction, a nearly flawless version of this coin sold for a whopping $35 for 44. And remember, that's just for one penny. So, how do you know if you're sitting on a fortune? The good news is that anyone can check their pennies. Here's what to look for. 1. No mint mark. First, make sure your penny has no mint mark under the date on the front, next to Lincoln's bust. If there's a D or S, it's not the coin we're talking about. 2. 1982 date. The date must clearly read 1982. This is a critical detail. 3. Zinc composition. If you want to be absolutely sure, you can check the coin's composition by weighing it. A copper penny from 1982 should weigh 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. 4. Condition. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. If your penny is free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, you might have something special. So, what's the current market value for a 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny? While the record sale is $35,444, most of these coins sell for anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s, depending on their condition and grade. As of now, coin experts believe the value could continue to rise, especially as more collectors become aware of this rare find. If you have a 1982 penny without a mint mark, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional. Who knows, you could be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. And there you have it. The amazing story behind the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny. From its fascinating history to its jaw-dropping value, it's clear that this is no ordinary penny. So, go ahead and check your change jars. You might be sitting on thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more awesome coin collecting tips and rare finds. Drop a comment below if you have any questions, and let me know if you've come across any rare coins in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins to have ever hit the collector's market, the 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Yes, that's right. What may look like just an ordinary penny could actually be worth a jaw-dropping $66,293. If you've ever come across this little copper beauty, or think you might have one lying around, then this video is going to be a goldmine of information. So stay tuned as we break down the history, the mystery, and the current market value of this elusive coin. Before we dive into its astronomical value, let's rewind back to 1983, when these coins were originally minted. What exactly makes this little penny so special, and why would someone pay over $66,000 for it? Let's find out. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. By 1983, the U.S. Mint had already made the transition from copper to a zinc core with a thin copper plating, due to the rising cost of copper in the early 1980s. This switch occurred in 1982, and the 1983 Lincoln cent was one of the first coins to feature this new composition. But here's where things get interesting. You might be wondering, what about the no-mint mark part? Well, most pennies struck in 1983 were minted in Philadelphia, and coins minted there do not carry a mint mark. This isn't unusual, as Philadelphia didn't typically place a mint mark on pennies. However, not every 1983 penny is created equal, and this is where it gets a little tricky. The real kicker for collectors isn't just the absence of a mint mark. What makes certain 1983 Lincoln cents particularly valuable is an error in the minting process. This error involves the penny being mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet, the metal used before the switch to zinc. To put it simply, some 1983 pennies were struck on leftover bronze blanks from 1982, despite the official change in composition. These error coins are highly sought after because they are incredibly rare. And when I say rare, I mean rare. We're talking about a handful of these error pennies in existence. That's why the 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln cent has become such a hot item among collectors. Let's fast forward to the 21st century, where the hunt for these error coins is very much alive. In recent years, one of these 1983 bronze planchet pennies sold at auction for an unbelievable $66,293. You heard me right, $66,000 for a penny. This record-breaking sale was driven by the rarity of the error coin and the impeccable condition of the penny. When you combine rarity with high-grade quality, collectors are willing to pay big bucks for that one elusive piece. And who wouldn't be? It's not every day you find a penny worth more than a luxury car. So, you're probably thinking, do I have one of these in my coin jar? Well, here's how to check. The most reliable way to identify a 1983 bronze planchet penny is by its weight. A regular 1983 penny made of zinc will weigh around 2.5 grams, while a 1983 bronze penny will weigh closer to 3.1 grams. If you have a 1983 penny that weighs 3.1 grams, you might just have a jackpot coin in your hands. It's time to break out your scales and start weighing those pennies, folks. Now the big question, what's the current market value of a 1983 no-mint mark bronze penny? While the record stands at $66,293, the value can fluctuate based on the condition of the coin and the market demand. If your coin is in exceptional condition, graded as a high MS, mint state, by professional grading services like PCGS, you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Even in lower grades, these pennies still fetch impressive sums, often ranging from several hundred to a few $1,000s. If you're a collector or simply curious about finding this rare penny, here are a few tips. Check your change regularly. ***, you never know what could be hiding in plain sight. Weigh your 1983 pennies ***, if you suspect they could be bronze. Get your coin professionally graded. ***, a professional grade can make a huge difference in its market value. So there you have it. The amazing story of the 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln cent that could be worth more than $66,000. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable pennies in circulation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin stories. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just strike gold with your spare change. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the most fascinating coins out there. Today, we've got a treat for all you coin collectors, hobbyists, and curious viewers alike. We're going to take a deep dive into the 1984 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that's making waves for its insane market value, up to $36,293. That's right, folks. A simple penny is now worth tens of thousands of dollars. But why? What makes the 1984 D Lincoln cent so valuable? Sit back as we explore its history, minting process, key features, and how much it's worth today in the collector's market. Our story starts in 1984. Ronald Reagan was president, the Cold War was still ongoing, and the U.S. Mint was busy churning out Lincoln cents by the billions. In 1984 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 5.5 billion 1-cent coins. That's right, this was a massive minting year. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front. But the 1984 D penny, minted at the Denver Mint, is special. There's something about this seemingly ordinary coin that collectors just can't get enough of. First off, let's talk about the D Mint mark. This tells us that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. While the Denver Mint is one of the most common minting facilities, coins from this location often have unique characteristics, and in 1984, some Lincoln cents came out with certain rare features that set them apart. Now, here's where things get exciting. The value of the 1984 D penny skyrockets when it meets certain conditions. The most valuable 1984 D penny sold for over $36,000, but this wasn't just any penny. What made this coin so special? First, the condition of the coin. Coins that are in pristine condition, meaning little to no wear and tear, are significantly more valuable. Collectors often look for coins that have a mint state, MS grade, usually MS 65 or higher. For those unfamiliar with the grading system, the MS scale rates coins based on their condition, with MS 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The 1984 D penny that sold for over $36,000 was in MS 68 condition, making it nearly perfect. Second, rarity plays a huge role. Even though billions of these coins were minted, only a small fraction have survived in such incredible condition. Coins that have avoided circulation and are still in mint condition are the most sought after by collectors. And then there's the possibility of error coins. Some 1984 D pennies are highly valuable because of double die errors, a mistake made during the minting process where the design appears to have been struck twice. These errors add rarity and value to the coin. Collectors go wild for these errors because they're rare and fascinating anomalies in the minting process. So, if you have a 1984 D penny, inspect it closely for these characteristics. So, what's the current market value of the 1984 D Lincoln cent? As of 2024, these pennies can range in value, depending on their condition and whether they have rare features like double die errors. Circulated coins, those that have been used and show wear, typically sell for around 5 to 50 cents. But if you have a mint state 1984 D penny, the value jumps dramatically. Coins graded as MS 65 or higher can easily fetch anywhere from $200 to $500. And if you're lucky enough to have a near-perfect specimen like the one graded MS 68, you're looking at a possible auction value of over $36,000. So, how do you know if your 1984 D penny is worth big bucks? Here are some tips to help you check. 1. Condition. Check for any wear or damage. The closer it is to mint condition, the more valuable it is. 2. Errors. Look for any unusual characteristics like double die errors, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. 3. Certification. If you think you've got a valuable coin, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. 4. Auction history. Look up recent auction sales to see how much coins like yours have sold for. So, there you have it. The 1984 D Lincoln cent might just be one of the most surprising coins in your pocket or collection. If you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition or with a rare error, you could be sitting on a fortune. Always inspect your coins closely. You never know what hidden gems you might have. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want more coin collecting content. And who knows, maybe your next penny will be worth thousands. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love rare coins, history, and big finds, you've come to the right place. Today, we're focusing on a 1985 Lincoln penny that's become a superstar in the coin collecting world. It might look like your average penny, but if you take a closer look, there's something missing. There's no mint mark. So, how does that small detail make this penny worth tens of thousands of dollars? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has remained largely unchanged over the decades, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, or head side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the kicker: most coins minted in the U.S. have a mint mark. A mint mark is a small letter found on the coin that indicates where the coin was minted. For example, D represents the Denver Mint, and S represents the San Francisco Mint. But if you look at this 1985 penny, there's no mint mark at all. Usually, Lincoln pennies that don't have a mint mark were minted in Philadelphia. Philadelphia didn't traditionally use a mint mark on pennies, which is why you won't find a P on these coins. So, what makes this 1985 penny so special? After all, many Philadelphia minted pennies lack a mint mark. It turns out that the rarity and value of this specific 1985 penny come from an error during the minting process. In a typical scenario, Philadelphia minted its pennies without a mint mark, but collectors discovered that a small number of these pennies were produced with a different metallic composition or struck in such a way that they stood out from the regular pennies in circulation. So why would someone pay over $43,000 for a penny? It all comes down to rarity and demand. In the world of coin collecting, the rarer a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. This particular 1985 penny is unique because of its no mint mark feature combined with some striking errors, which may include double strikes, weak strikes, or off-center impressions. Condition also plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1985 no mint mark penny in mint condition, meaning it has little to no wear and tear, could fetch astronomical prices, like the $43,097 that one of these coins recently sold for at auction. Let's take a step back and understand the time period when this penny was minted. The 1980s saw some interesting developments in the world of U.S. coinage. The Lincoln penny had already been circulating for decades, but the demand for copper led to a significant change in the way these pennies were produced. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from using a 95% copper composition to a predominantly zinc core with a thin copper plating, reducing production costs. The 1985 penny is part of this newer, cheaper material composition, but what makes this one stand out are the minting errors that set it apart from the millions of other pennies produced that year. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable 1985 pennies? Here are some things to look for. No mint mark ***. First and foremost, check if there's no mint mark under the date. Remember, Philadelphia didn't add a mint mark to their pennies, so the absence of one is your first clue. Condition ***. The penny should be in near mint or uncirculated condition. Any wear and tear can significantly lower its value. Minting errors ***. Look for double strikes, weak strikes, or off-center designs. These errors make the coin more valuable. Using a magnifying glass or even a digital microscope can help you see details that are hard to catch with the naked eye. If you think you've found one of these rare coins, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service for certification. So, what's the current market value for this 1985 no mint mark penny? Well, as of today, the coin has reached a staggering $43,097 in auctions. This value is expected to fluctuate based on demand, but the combination of rarity and condition continues to drive its price upward. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins like these, especially when they are in perfect condition or have unique errors. If you're interested in buying or selling rare coins, it's always a good idea to monitor auction sites, such as Heritage Auctions or eBay, to see what prices similar coins are fetching. Just remember, the market can be volatile, and prices may vary depending on the day and demand. In conclusion, the 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. What seems like an ordinary coin to most could actually be a collector's dream come true, especially if it's in perfect condition or has rare minting errors. With a current market value of over $43,000, it's definitely worth checking your pocket change. So, do you think you have one of these rare pennies hiding in your collection? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Thanks for watching! Make sure to check out our other videos on rare coins that might be hiding in your collection right now. You never know, that penny in your pocket could be worth a fortune.